My name is Lance Barron. I'm a software engineer, and I volunteer at Hope Fellowship on the tech department. Real early in life, I was 19 years old. I got married, and a couple of years later, that marriage kind of fell apart, and I was, devastated because of, the way I knew that marriage was sacred, but because of circumstances, we got divorced. I had moved to Texarkana and took a job in Texarkana, and I met a young lady, Susanna. We started dating, and then about 2 years later, I took a job in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and moved. And I wasn't there very long before I decided that I wanted to make this lady my wife. So I asked her to marry me, and that next summer we were married, and she moved to Fort Smith. I was young, I was arrogant, I had been in the military, and I was a pilot, and the world just kind of revolved around me at that point. And because of my attitude and my arrogance, and about 9 months after we said our vows, we were divorced. Personally, I was just devastated because of the way I'd been raised, and I felt like I had let my family down. I had let everybody around me down. I'd lost all integrity, in my mind because of, my marriages. So after we got divorced, 12 years went by. Susanna and I, we didn't speak, we didn't communicate in any way. And one day I was on MySpace, and I did a search for Susanna, and found her, and there was her profile picture. She was standing with two young kids, and so I just sent her a quick message and said, "You got a beautiful family." About 15 minutes later, I get a message back, and she said, "Oh, that's my niece and nephew, and how are you doing?" And so after a few days talking on email, I sent her a message and said, "Hey, here's my phone number. Give me a call. It's a lot easier for me to talk than it is to type." The next morning, I get a phone call, and it's Susanna. The first time we spoke in 12 years, and we talked for about 3 hours. We set up a meeting spot, and we went and met for lunch that day, and ended up going to a movie, ended up just spending the whole entire day together and having supper together that evening. So it was a great day. Kind of rekindled our relationship at that point, and as we were learning to get to know each other. And over the next few months, we started dating pretty seriously. And in November of 2008, I asked her to be my wife for the second time. And she said yes. So in December of 2009, we were married again for the second time. And she always jokes that I'm her first and second husband. So, but the things that are really different this time is I feel like I've gained a little bit of wisdom. I'm not arrogant anymore. I understand how important and how special Susanna is to me this time. Our first child was born in 2010, and we decided at that point, August 16th of 2010, that divorce is no longer an option for us, because now now there's a child involved, and that child does not deserve to suffer for our actions. It doesn't matter what my wife does. It doesn't matter what she says, what she doesn't say. It doesn't matter what she does or what she doesn't do. I'm going to love her unconditionally. And I believe that's the way Jesus loves me. It doesn't matter what I do or what I don't do or what I say or don't say. He's going to love me anyway. And my wife deserves the same from her husband. And, my live or let die moment, when I hear that, what it means to me is where I came from in the relationship with my wife from the first time to the second time. Not very many people get a chance to make it right. But I did. I was given a second chance with a wonderful young lady, and I guess for me, when I hear the phrase "live or let die," it reminds me of my relationship with my wife and my kids, and that no matter what comes, we're going to be together. We're going to make it work no matter what.